And here we have a work word problem. I challenge you to watch the whole video. And I bet that it will make great sense to you. So, okay, Othello would take 2 hours to paint a wooden house, while Iago would take 4 hours to paint the same wooden house. Right now we're talking about individually. That's how long they would take to paint one wooden house. So the question is, how long would it take for them to paint the wooden house together? And the answer should be in hours and minutes. Okay, so basically, it takes Othello 2 hours to paint one house. Okay? But we actually want to see this rate instead of hours per house, houses per hour instead. So we can just flip it, and I can say, well, his rate is one house per hour. Okay. And that's for Othello, of course. Othello. And for Iago, he takes 4 hours. He's a lot slower. So he does a quarter of a house per hour, because he does one house for every 4 hours. Fantastic. But now they're going to be working together. And the amount of time that they're going to take, I'm just going to call it X. So how long would it take for them to paint the wooden house together? That's going to be X. And if we multiply the rate in terms of houses per hour by time in hours, we're going to get the number of houses, right? Because houses per hour times hours, they cancel out, we get houses. So if I multiply them, so if I go half a house per hour times X, now they're working together, so we can add them up, add up the work that they're doing together, plus 1/4 of a house per hour times hours, we're gonna get one house. Hopefully that makes good sense, because once we multiply the rate by the time, we get the total work. So by adding up the total work here, we end up painting the whole house. So now we can solve for X. And once we solve for it, we will know how long it will take them to paint the house together. Great. So now let's just multiply this by 2/2, so we get a common denominator of 4. So we end up with 2x over 4 plus 1/4x equals 1. We have a common denominator, so 2x plus 1x is just 3x over 4 equals 1. We want to solve for x, so I can cross multiply, or in other words, I can multiply both sides of the equation by 4/3. So these all cancel out, and x will be equal to 1 times 4/3, which is just 4/3. So that's 1 and 1/3, right? So what is 1/3 of an hour? Well, there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. 60 divided by 3 is 20 minutes. So we have 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's it. So that's how long it takes the two of them to paint the house together. Hopefully this made great sense to you. If not, I would strongly suggest that you check out some more problems. Good luck.